All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another round of One Piece. We're going to be playing some ranked games with Red, Green, Luffy this week, and man, are we having a blast. This is kind of my final deck list. I'm very happy with the way it's been functioning, and it is performing solidly, but we'll see how it performs against real opponents. So this is a quick preview. There'll be a copy of this in the description below. If you guys want to copy and paste into the sim, you're more than welcome. There is a full breakdown at the end of the video if you guys want to look into that. I'll go over every individual card, our preferred play lines, deck choice, and all that jazz. There's a link to the Discord down below as well if you guys want to jump in and start chatting it up, say hi, talk about deck lists, talk about any problems you're having with your matchups, request anything you want. You can also submit videos if you guys want me to review something you guys have been doing, and I can help give you some advice for whatever that's worth. We're having a good time with this leader. If you do me a favor, though, like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate it. We're at like 168 or so. We're getting close. I'm hoping to hit over 500 by the end of the month. That would be super cool. That's a big milestone. I appreciate you guys. We're having a blast out here. I'm so excited that you guys are willing to come along on this ride with me. I think that's all I got, though. So let's jump into some games and see how I do. See you there. All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another round of One Piece. I think I'm going to keep this hand. I like this hand a lot. Opponent chose to go first, and that's fine with me because I've got Stage. I think I probably just take another Luffy here. Stage into Stage isn't bad, but like I've got like a decent setup. Do we take this? To take this. I'm gonna take this. I'm greedy. Put this at the top just so we can do a little searching. And then we'll return our cards and we'll rest this, put this here, and pass. Bam. Alright. Do we give up a counter? No, we don't. I should read Kalgara. It's been a long time. Dawn times 1. When attacking, put a character with a Shandorian warrior type card from your hand into play that it has a cost equal to or less than the number of Dawn cards you control. Then, if you played a card, put the top card of your life into your hand. Okay, so grabbed that. Okay. No trigger. Sorry, I have to do a fair bit of reading here. I have not played this one. Unfortunately, I do miss my our guy here. I am going to play Laboon, I think. I should attack for 7, probably, huh? We'll attack for 7. I know that life is a resource for Kalgara. Of course, if he plays... Okay, he just plays the Nami. That's not a big deal. Does he want to put a 5 cost into play? He gets nothing out of me this turn. One. He does get it here. No blocker, resolve attack. Doesn't attack with the other guy because that's not something he's going to want to do. What's better here? The best play is always to get probably double attack on board. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Go Stage. We're just going to demand a 2K because he's got so many cards. 2 versus 1. I'd rather have the defense. And I think I'll pass. I might have to develop a Nami next turn, depending on how aggressive he gets here, but we'll see. We've got a fair amount of defense. I'd love to see some stun cards here pretty quick, just to freeze up the board a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. When a card is removed from your or your opponent's life cards, draw a card. Then you can't draw using your own effects during this turn. Okay, they play a Borsa. Okay, he cheats a wiper into play. Ooh, I have a problem here. Doesn't look like I'm going to be facing much removal, so he can waste an attack there, I think. And I can get out of the 2 6s for nothing. I have a nice 2k for the 6. Okay, we got lucky because we were aiming for this exactly. I think we start with a nice 7 double attack at lead, giving nothing away. Has to defend that one. Okay, good. Deck 6 at this, see if he wants to let it go. I guess I should probably have actually gone at Nami because he can't flip his life face up. Okay. We're set up now, which is nice. We have withstood the onslaught and our board is now set. From this point forward, we can push back. We'll be at 10 next turn, and I can start dropping these and removing board. It was a little nerve-wracking there in the beginning, just because I was getting very nervous, and it's not over yet. They've got a very healthy hand. Oh, he's going 7, though. Now it's going to get interesting. What do you do with this other 7 Dawn? 2 for Zeus to pop? Okay. Now you're at 0. No blocker, and we'll go like this, bump this, trash this, get up that. Now what? I gave up the Dead Man's Game there. I'm not even sure that was correct. I'll give you 2 for this. I don't think you swing with this. You put 5 up. I'm suspecting that you're going to put a Borsalino in my way. If you turn this sideways to kill this, that's fine, but then you have nothing. Yeah, I was like, you need heals here, for sure. Okay. Now what do we want to do, ladies and gentlemen? Now we get to have some fun. Do I start with a search and attempt to find something, or do I just go big? Decisions. This is a big board. I probably shouldn't go all in at him. This is probably an event that protects leader, is my guess. Okay, now he has to beat through 2 life, 10k counter, and a Charleston. We ate up a massive amount of his resources that turn. Okay, it takes him 3, 4, 5 Dawn just to get another 7k. Can he push 2 9s at me? He could. Another Borsa. Ugh, you're gonna make me live through another turn of this nonsense? I'm gonna keep that last life. Now, what do we do? I lost one of my DMGs. I can eat the board. Can I eat the board successfully? It's going to be close. I can give 7. This cost me 7. Plus 2 for the effect to get it rush. Plus 1 under there. That leaves me with 3 Dawn as counter and a single 2k. He left enough of his guys up that I don't think I can just live through another push. So I have to try and kill him here? Okay, he gives me a blocker immediately, which is very nice. I'm going to keep pushing, dude. Okay. He's got 3 attackers, and I got a life and 10k, 12k counter. I didn't think I could push him down to 0 with 2 blockers and 2 life, so we just ate the board up enough that he couldn't get through. The double attack was just to force him to block. In all honesty, I think he probably should have just taken it and said, hey, you have to try and kill me now, or I have 4 guys to kill you with. But that's the gamble you always play against RG. Now what do you do? It's not a bad spot. Kalgara's playing very well. We're playing ranked. That makes me pretty stoked. We've lost 2 2Ks here, 2 2Ks there, 2Ks. So he's been through 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 2Ks, 3 Namis. Alright, he decides to go 9 at me. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can get out of another 10k swing. Now what do you do? That could be an 11. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can't actually get out of that. Rush Luffy. Well, that doesn't matter. I've got a 2k in my hand. Seven. I think you're toast, dude. 7's 2 cards. 7. Seven. I should have done unblockable there. It doesn't matter, though. Nine. GG, buddy. Tried his best. Couldn't quite break through, though. Let me know what you guys think. What did I do right? What did I do wrong? That was a good ranked game. He played to his outs. He probably should have dropped this first, I guess. Because if I had a Charleston and I got out of any of his early swings, this wouldn't have done anything. Luckily, we had a 2 and a 1, so I actually could have just risked the 11 there and banked on everything else. But he could not push through. I did have an unblockable there. I shouldn't have played this. I didn't need to play this. I had math either way, though, which is good. But being able to drop the unblockable just made it so this blocker was never an issue, because I could have just gone 17k unblockable at his face. I also had a Nami, which could have got me the Brook to rest this. I had about 5 different ways to kill Kalgara. Sorry there, boss. We've just got too many options right now. The beginning of that game was a little nerve-wracking, though, so you guys tell me, could he have played better? I don't know this deck well enough to really tell you what it is and is not trying to do. And then we got 2 Zeus's out of him, so I did play the Laboon correctly, but there's nothing I could do to get out of those swings. The Wipers are just too efficient at removing Laboon. Alright, I think that's all I got, so I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later. Alright, we find another Mihawk on the ladder. The 7 Warlords of the Sea. Dracul Mihawk. If your opponent's leader has a slash attribute, this guy gains plus 1,000 power. Does not apply to us. They chose to go second. That puts us on the odd dawn curve. This is a terrible hand. Okay, we're going to have to hope it gets better from here. I'm going to take this double attack, I think. I'll let it go back like that, and we'll pass. I gotta hope to find basically searchers every time I draw a card. Searchers or characters. I've got my 1 of 3 of this, so I'm less likely to find more of those. And they find a nice 2K. They find boat. That's gonna make this whole thing more difficult. That's not what I was hoping for. We go 7 here. Because I want to get hit. This leader has no problem swinging 8K. I want to get hit. Yep. Really? Come on, game. Don't do this. That's upsetting. You want 2-1 out? Nope. This is bad. This is insane. All my defense is in this hand. Pulls it back. Pulls out something. I don't even know what you pull out. Yeah, Perona for no value. Yeah. Can fear me. Swing 8. Swing 7. Oh, come on, game. Be cool. Just an event. Like a DMG or something. Freeze. That's fine. Oof. Let's draw Dracul Mihawk, the 6/7. I'd be surprised if they didn't play it here. Yeah, no rest by Luffy. Makes sense. Rest stage, restand 3. They've now got 4. They can go 7/7/7 at me. I find that to be very annoying. There's a Brook. I'm going to need that Brook, I think. All right. Finally. Six at bats. Give me a 1K. Yep. All right. Well, my board's got a little better there, which is nice. I don't have enough Dawn restand, though. And I don't... He's going to be on La Beppo territory. The good news is he can't freeze whatever he La Beppos, because I didn't have anything sideways. 9. Dracul Mihawk. Great. I'll just freeze one of these. Ooh, that's a scary board. I don't have a good answer to this right now. I need a 7-cost Luffy, and even that off the top doesn't do me a lot of good. Now he rests boat instead. I'm going to have so many swings. He's going to go 777 at minimum. I don't even have a good defensive play right now. He's so far ahead of us. We've had a bad open. From 9, ditch a Charleston, I think. I trashed the Charleston? Do I really do that? Probably shouldn't do that. I think I'm gonna need this. I am suddenly debating trying to kill him. He's got 9 cards, but I could go this, drop this. That gives me 3 left. I could put 4 of them here. See how he handles this. The DMG is going to get me dead next turn. That's a 2-1. Could I kill you? Theoretically. Mihawk is known for being bricky, but he has filtered his hand twice. I don't think I could survive the crackback. There's too many things, even with double Charleston. Because if he DMGs, I'm just in so much trouble. Turn a card into your hand into a brick. I imagine you've got some long Beppos in there because you're practicing for late game. Yeah, it's a once per turn ability. Two, 2-1. 9. Go! got him! GG! Whew, that was a judgment call. That was so close. Whew. I didn't think I could win on the crackback if I didn't go for it there. The sevens were all pokes to test him to see what he had. The Brook made sure that one of these cards was a dead one. I knew he had a DMG in hand, so I thought that's what it was for. But all the rest of this is bricks. So the 9/9 killed him. Let me know what you guys think. What did I do right? What did I do wrong? We beat Brick Mihawk again. Whew. That was a well-played game. Good job to my opponent. We played to our outs there, and it was enough. Let me know what you guys think. That's going to be a highlight. All right, catch you guys later. All right, here we go again. We found an Enel. We're going first against old Enel. I don't like that hand against Enel. That's an okay hand against Enel. I'd much rather have had some characters, but we'll see if we can't start that train off. I think with the Sanji's always the better pick there. Because the Usops are too easy for them to get after. Make them have multiple things to deal with it. Doesn't draw us a Mamaragan. Now here's an interesting thought. Do I want the freeze? Stopping 6-cost Enels in their tracks is never really a bad play. And then I'm not going to hit him because I still believe in starving Enel. Good news is the Jewelry Bonnie search was all events, but my first search I lost two Usops. Wow, he doesn't have anything to do if he's just loading up here. Unless he's going to immediately go Dawn minus, but I don't know why you would do that. This plays a Reiju. Say, hey, you got to beat through all this. Turn some of your characters sideways for me. I would like to eat them. We're at 5 already. We're going to be at 7. There's the big boy. I got to eat that thing as soon as I can. Here's where the many events are going to start trying to eat my board. I got to find some characters. I need to find some more Sanjis, preferably. I know they're not in the bottom 9 cards of my deck. Yep. If he attacks with this, it'll minus it again. He can Pomerog and rest it and then go 6 and 7 at it. That's not actually very good. I don't know what he's doing here. I'm actually going to take this hit, because that's what I'm looking for. Cool. Okay, now what do you do? Like 6 is not a good number here. No. Okay, he just freezes it. That's fine. Probably should have staged, put one here, gone 7 at it. Because now I have to do this. Gonna give me a card over this? He did. That's a choice. Now I've got real choices. Do I want... What do I want here? Luffy is probably what I need to take here. Then we'll just pass and we'll go Dawn up. I really thought about grabbing an Usopp so I can get more Dawn resand for these guys, but I need the Luffy to catch up, and I'm actually only playing 3 of these in this build. Oh, good. I have to deal with 2 of these. I really just need my Sanjis to live here. If my Sanjis live through this turn, I'm in a fantastic spot. And he didn't have any way to remove it last turn, so I might just be able to kill this. Because I'm going to be at 9 next turn. If I can go 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Get this down to a nice reasonable 5k. That's 7, 7. Really, like, even I'd probably sink everything to try and kill it. Lightning Dragon freeze. That's fine. I don't care if you freeze that. I can get 2 somewhere. I've got 2 2Ks in hand, so I'm not I'm not super worried about it. All right. Now I don't know if there's a punish to me attacking that. Do I play a Laboon in case they've got removal? Yeah, why not? Gives me 5 Dawn up. Makes it so that they can't just, like, minus this and do it. They have to... Oh, man. Well, This is going to get interesting fast, isn't it? Okay. We're going to have to party. This is going to get dangerous. I'm going to have to sink these and fast. Luckily, I've got my board up, but... this is going to come down to just how fast can I push these down. The fact he's found 3 of them is insane. That's a 14? Jeez. Uh, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Or I can go here. I can go 1, have 3 up. Yes, that's probably best. 1 here. No blocker. Go like this. I'm gonna pitch... I think I'm gonna pitch this. If there's 7 comes here, I have to actually take it. If he chooses to swing that. But I'm in a good spot now, because I can go this, and I have 6 guys on board. Get this down to 4k. They're not going to be able to defend it. And I'm going to be on 10 next turn, which will be even better for me. Cool. 7 means he can't just free block. But, I mean, he might have done that anyways. Here's where I start pushing. I'm not actually going to commit anything. Do I commit another one? Okay, I'm not going to actually commit another one to get rushed for the Luffy, I don't think. Because he doesn't do me much good to get him down to 2. Do I commit the Dawn? Then I only have 3 Dawn to defend myself with. I can commit this and guarantee they get low, and then they just trek after my Luffy. I don't know. I have quite a bit of counter too. 10, guarantee they take. Cool. There you go, Enel. Let's see what you do with that. Gamma Knife immediately. Yep. I'm surprised you go after the Sanji. Okay, double Gamma Knife. Okay. Oh my gosh! Whoa! Apparently I'm about to lose my whole board. Wow. Lucky, lucky. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about this. You've sunk my whole board. Triple Gamma Knife, ladies and gentlemen. Dang. Hmm. 9, double attack. 3 for that. Nothing comes back. It's 2 cards. Okay, I freeze their board. They'd have no life left. And I have a nice rush unit. I also have unblockable if my Luffy lives. What a shootout. I was not prepared for triple Gamma Knife. Gets back a Gamma Knife so we can kill this. The funny part is, I think I can get out of it. Because he can only go 6 at it. This doesn't have rush. I don't care about that. Yeah, you are screwed. Because you can't actually take this from me. You gon' die. GG, dude. Yeah, you can't take him from me, and if you turn this sideways, you die. Game over. Yeah, you can't do nothing. To be fair, it didn't matter if he put the Dawn on this or this, because all he does is, if he goes with the effect to get it here, he has to swing at this anyways. That leaves him no blocker. Game over, buddy. GG, little buddy. God, he got so much easier against this guy. Oh! Alright. Alright. Yeah. $16K. GG. Got him. That triple gamma knife, though, man. Crazy strong. Let me know what you guys think. What I do right, what I do wrong. And Enel got so much easier. Thank you, Luffy. We have needed an answer to these big bodies for so long. This was such a tuned deck, and then it seems like everything they printed for OP17, or even the starter decks, it's just designed to beat this deck in particular. Everything I've seen just punishes this deck. But let me know what you guys think. Is this guy going to be able to be competitive in the future? Like, he's not a bad deck, but, like, he went from being, like, top 3 to being, like, maybe top 10. Maybe. Because all the decks are just getting support just to beat this guy. All right, I think that's all I got. So, as always, good games and good luck. Uh-oh, we found a Teach. That's not a good hand. That's not a particularly good hand either. Laboon, go forth. Reveals a Doc Q. That'll be nice to have. All out aggression. No, that's fine. I cannot risk such things. Do I give him a 1K? No. They played a blocker for no value. 5. 5 again. Sure. Sometimes they get lucky with triggers. It's just a shootout around here. I'm going to be at 8 next turn. It's going to be one of these, probably this. Ooh, I'm getting dicey with my stuff here. No blocker. We will give you a 2 and a 1. This is my only one of these. Oh, good. Wow. Can't believe he took that. Doc Q. He probably plays the Doc Q here. You gotta play the Doc Q here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll start with a nice 7. See how fast we can push. Pops this, gets this down. Yep, makes sense to me. Let's find out how much counter you have. Oh, you little bugger. 9. That's still a lot. I still wreck you. Even OP16.5. Haven't lost to a teach yet. I bury this deck. I didn't even think that was a particularly strong showing. They had so many options. I don't know what they were doing with the Borsalina, though. That was sad to watch. The Borsalina for no heal. But I was just so aggressive there. Just bang, 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 bang. And they even got a lucky Silver's Rayleigh trigger to kill my early Usopp. I wish I'd had that would have been nice to have another trigger there, or another 4 Dawn coming up. But it didn't matter. Yeah, I guess the early redirect makes sense given this hand. They were like, oh, it'll be fine. I can Z-ha-ha, burn them, turn their leader ability off, and then they'll be fine. You're on 9 Dawn and you're dead. That's how I play RG Luffy into this, so let me know what you guys think. What did I do right? What did I do wrong? I know what they did wrong. Don't do that. Classic matchup. All right, catch you guys later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was a couple of rounds of red-green Luffy in the ranked ladder. I know you guys want to see me lose. It just didn't happen. I ran 12-0 today, and I'm looking for those tough opponents, but I will let you know when we find them, and I promise I will post loss. But today was not that day. We're going to go over the deck list here. We'll do a brief rundown of every individual card. If you need to slow down or pause the video to read the cards in whole, you can. I just do kind of a brief overview so that we can run through it real fast. And then we'll go over our curves, the general plot line, and why I chose what I did. Let me know what you guys think. All right, here we go. I'll read the leader because it is the most important card. But after that, we're going to do the brief summary. Monkey D. Luffy is a OP13 red-green leader with 5,000 power. Dawn times 1, so 1 Dawn underneath your leader on our opponent's attack. If I have 5 or less Dawn cards active, I can rest any number of my active Dawn cards up to one of my leaders or Straw Hat Crew type characters gains plus 2,000 power for each Dawn card that was rested by that effect. So we just become very hard to kill because we can tank up to 10k counter worth and sometimes more if we've got a certain counter card. All right. Running 3 copies of Jewelry Bonnie. It's a 1-2-1, looking at the top 4 for Straw Hat Crew type cards. 3 Sanji. It's a 2/3-2K. Makes one of our 6,000 power or more Straw Hat Crew type characters unblockable for the turn on play. And then we've got 3 copies of Roanoa Zora. A 7/9. Makes our leader a 7k till the end of our opponent's next turn. And then it gets Character Rush if they have an 8,000 power or more character on board. We've got our starter deck 31 Monkey D. Luffy, a 7/9 that gets Rush if it has 3 or more. If we have 3 or more Dawn cards given, spread across our guys. And on play, for every Straw Hat Crew type character on our field, we give up to one of our opponent's characters minus 1,000 power for the turn, which means if we've got our leader, our stage, and 5 characters, we can minus one of their guys by 7k. That means we can drop a 12 all the way down to 5. It makes it real hard for them to play the defense because a 5,000 power, if I've got a lot of characters on board, I'm going to poke it for 7 like 3 or 4 times. They're going to lose that guy. But most of the time, it's us going after like 10k characters, which makes it even worse. I'm running 3 copies of Nami. It's a 1/2-1. On play, looking at the top 5 for Straw Hat Crew other than Nami. I value how deep this card can dig, and because of how many searchers I have, I can actually loop around the deck multiple times, which is very nice. I've got 4 copies of Laboon. It's a 1/2/2K. It's anti-removal for 7,000 power or less characters, and it's non-once per turn. Pretty decent. We got 4 copies of Usopp. It's a 4/5/1. It'll restand 2 Dawn at the end of every turn. We've got Nami. It's a 4/2/1 blocker. On play, rest 2 of our opponent's characters with a cost of 8 or less, and restand 5 Dawn at the end of every turn. Or at the end of the turn it's played, not every turn. That would be insane. And then we've got some spice I like in the list. A Monkey D. Luffy, which is a 4/6 brick. On play can rest 1 Dawn and then give him rush. And when attacking, we can rest one of our opponent's characters that has blocker. It's really good for getting extra hits in and knocking down blockers simultaneously. A lot of people are not going to be prepared for this. We got 4 copies of Sanji because it is probably the best card in the deck as far as early game. A 5/7 stands 2 Dawn on play and 1 at the end of every turn. For 3 copies of Monkey D. Luffy, I cut 1 out. A 6/7 double attack. On play, it'll restand 4 Dawn, but then we can't play a 5 cost or more for the rest of the turn. We got 2 copies of Brook. It's a 6/6/1. It'll rest one of our opponent's cards. That's Dawn, leader, or characters. And activate main, we can trash this guy out and restand one of our Straw Hat Crew with a cost of 8 or less. I should be so to say, because our leader is Straw Hat Crew, can set up one of our 8 cost or less characters as active. So it doesn't have to actually be a Straw Hat Crew type character that this guy restands. We just don't run any. I cut this guy out of the list, but I brought him back because so many people were so adamant they wanted to see him perform, and I will say, he won me a game, and I hope you guys see that one. It was a tight game, and man, it was a good one. That Mihawk did not see it coming. We got Dead Man's Game, a 1-cost event for +3 to our leader, and we can rest 3 Dawn and rest one of our opponents, up to 2 of our opponent's leader characters and or Dawn. There we go. I'm running 3 of the I Know You're Strong events. I've given up Luna because I am not playing Garp, and this is just better to have some counter in the deck most of the time. It's +3 to our leader, and activate main. You can rest 2 of our Dawn cards, and up to 2 of our opponent's rest characters with a cost of 7 or less will not become active in their next refresh phase. We've got 4 copies of Charleston. It's a 4K counter for our leader and our characters with a cost of 2, but then we can discard a card, and if we did, we get to set 3 of our Dawn cards as active, meaning it takes 2 cards out of our hand, just turns them into 2Ks, and generates another 2K out of thin air thanks to our leader ability, which is very nice. And then, of course, the most broken card we could have ever asked for that took our going second curve to just ungodly heights. 1-cost Stage. Looking at the top 5 cards for Straw Hat Crew type, and activate main, rest this stage, give it to one of our Monkey D. Luffy, 1 rested Dawn, so that includes our leader or any of our characters that are Monkey D. Luffy. All right. As far as curve goes, we don't care anymore. First or second, doesn't matter. We like first most of the time because I like playing aggressively, but that's just me. I don't like the turtle play style, as you guys have noticed. And but if there are leaders that want to go second, we have no problem taking it away from them. Against Black Yellow Teach, unfortunately for them, my going second line has gotten even stronger. So they are not going to be in a good spot going forward, and you guys may see some of those games as well. I've chosen to run 10 searchers. I've done a 3-3 split between Nami and Jewelry Bonnie. You can take the Nami out and go up a Jewelry Bonnie if you want, in order to have more chances to find this Nami, because it makes this Nami less searchable in the deck. But I've got 7 searchers that can find this Nami if I need it. So I can always go Nami into like a stage and go stage, try and find these. It works fine. I've never needed Nami and not found it, but I don't play Nami all that much anymore. It's good, but not like unbeatable. There's so many things that rest blockers, so many things that pop 2K attack, 2K bodies, and 4 costs get rested all the time as well. So I use this more for going aggressively by resting their stuff than I do for defense. So we've got a lot of other ways to rest stuff, like this, or this, or this. But you guys let me know what you think. This is my list. I'm very happy with the way it functions right now. It does really well. As far as playline goes, on 1 Dawn, I'm probably going to want to go stage. On 2 Dawn, I'd like to go one of my searchers, use stage, put a rested Dawn here. On 5, same thing. I'm going to play this, probably use stage and put 1 active Dawn underneath this, attack 7, let 2 come back. pretty good. On 7, it's the Luffy into the Usopp. That's always my favorite. On 9, it's double Sanji if I can. If not, I'll probably go something like, I don't know, probably like just a single Sanji or single Luffy, and then just go aggressive with the rest of my Dawn. Also, probably at that point, I just search as much as I can. I try and set up my curve pretty early, and then once I'm up and running, I leave my searchers until those late dawn turns when I know what I'm looking for. Like, if I need to go defensive, I need to find this. If I want to go offensive, I need to find this. If I need to do some problem solving, like freezing them, I need to find this. So saving those searchers for late game turns is really important. But on your 10 dawn turns, like I said, if you need to play defense, this Zoro's your answer. If you need to play offense, this Luffy's your answer. Your kill cards are, of course, going to be the Brook, the Luffy. Nami's not even bad if they're going real blocker heavy. Sanji, if you've run him out of life already. Dead Man's Game if you want to get down a blocker and a Dawn. There's just so many options for going for lethal with this deck, and none of them are bad. On your 2 dawn curve, you're basically looking for this in your opener. You want to have this in your opener. At the very least, you need to have this Nami in your opener if you don't find stage. Because what you want to do is go Nami into stage, find your guy, take your first hit, find with the stage search, try and find your Usopp so that you can go Usopp, use stage, put a rested Dawn underneath your leader, get 2 back. On your 6th dawn turn, you want to go Luffy into Usopp if you can. And then you're really set up to go ham, because on your 8th dawn turn, if you can, double Sanji's your play. Or you can go another Sanji, or depending on how many Usopps you have on board, on your first 8th dawn turn, you can even go like Zoro stage. If you've got 2 Usopps on board, just say, hey, by the way, I'm just going to restand 4 Dawn, be a 7k leader, and develop a 9k body. Good luck. On your first 10 dawn turn, probably Luffy. I'd like to destroy some of their board at that point and push even harder. Getting more 9k bodies on board is always good. Same thing for lethals, though. Just all the different options. I've built this into a toolbox deck. That's how I like to build my decks. But that's not everybody's cup of tea. You'll notice there's a lot of like lower counts in my list than there are on other people's. Like I'm running a 1 of here, a 2 of here, 1 of here, 3 here, and 3 here. A lot of people don't like that. A lot of people like 4 ofs across the board, and that's just not for me. I'm okay with the way my list runs right now. I have considered lowering some stuff. Like I've considered giving a Brook up so I can go 1 here, but I don't know. I've also tried to figure out how to get 12 searchers in here, but I've not found a way to get above 10. I like this list at 10. I like how counter heavy I'm currently sitting. You guys tell me. What do you think? I think that's all I got, though. So if you do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe, I appreciate you. We're at like 160 something now. It's insane how far we've come. If I can get over 500, that is a massive milestone we'll have covered. I'm so excited to get there. I think that's all I got. So, as always, good games, good luck. Keep crushing it out there. Have a great week. Stay positive. Catch you guys later.